Even in the Declaration of Independence, right? At the end it says, and the pursuit of happiness. I mean, it sounds great, right? But what about, could you just be happy now? I don't know. Is that, yeah? I think if there's one thing that I, have noticed being in the States, which I love, is just, the incredible enthusiasm, that sort of dedication and passion for pursuing a perfect life. But I've also noticed how many people are just really miserable, right? And I wonder to what degree it is the pursuit of something that only reinforces the occurrence of not having it now. So what if we could have what we think we want in the future, but now? Would that work for you? Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to your problems and my magic trick. Okay, so the nature of a problem. Circumstance and you, always there. There's one thing missing. See, what human brain does, your brain, by the way, is, as I said, factory setting, unfortunately, is to self-destruction. It's the nature of the ego, right? We always want to be right about our limitations. It's crazy. I'll prove to you that I could fuck up this great opportunity. I knew it was too good to be true. Oh, wow, that's so inspiring. You got to be right about your limitations. It's crazy what we do to ourselves, isn't it? So I want you to consider you, circumstance. And what we do is we think they're one and the same thing. Well, I feel the way I feel because of my circumstance. No, you don't. You don't. You just don't. Did I mention you don't? There's nothing wrong with circumstance. Now, circumstance is ideal? No, we're living in a country that's totally fucked up right now. Am I allowed to say that, by the way? I meant the word fuck. I mean, actually, let's not be so limited, shall we? We're living in a world that's fucked up right now. And I would assert it's because we got all of this clutter in our mind, which I'm doing the best I can. I could use a little help if you don't mind. Decluttering the BS that people keep dragging around with them, right? So, when we recognize that the world that we're in is really the world that we're in, and that who we are and the way that we view the world, we start to see that maybe there aren't quote-unquote problems in our life, but we have a skewed view of circumstance. So the missing component of you, circumstance, is perspective. You have perspective that is creating the suffering, the absence of joy, the feeling of frustration, the anger, the disappointment, being pissed at the missus or the spouse, whatever it is, right? It's not, I want you to really get this. There are no problems in reality. All problems exist in perspective. Now, the disclaimer here is I'm not saying that circumstances are ideal. My mom died when I was 7 of cancer. My dad went to work when I was 17, never came back. He was in a fatal accident. I would not say they were ideal circumstances for an only child. But they are nonetheless what happened. It's reality. For some of you who follow me, I write a lot of quotes, and I say what happened, happened, and couldn't have happened any other way because it didn't. Now, can you feel the relief in that? You like that? How many of you or your friends are like, oh, I wish I'd done that, I could have done that, I should have done that? It's like we should all over ourselves, right? And I want you to consider that the perspective that creates human suffering, which I'm here, my passion in life is to remove human suffering. Is that good? I want you to understand that suffering only exists in perspective because of the way we view things. Now, our perspective, it gets a little deeper. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, you can, follow me and do some of my things later on in life. But perspective is complicated, right? And we're going to get to that in the second part about creation. But perspective is who we are that we are for ourselves. Say what? Your perspective is generated by who you are that you are for yourself. See, people talk about limiting beliefs and, it's negative thoughts. That's too late. It's too late. Those things are arising out of who you think you are at a deeper level that is subconscious. So circumstance in you and perspective in the middle, I want you to understand all problems exist only in perspective.